never been hidden, never been lost. It has only been unrecognized, obscured by the illusions of the mind, veiled by the transient and the impermanent. Silence speaks with greater truth than words. Stillness holds a wisdom that cannot be taught. The breath of existence moves through all things, not in thunder, not in command, but in the quiet pulse of being itself. To listen is to hear is to know, and to know is to rest in the unshakable certainty that all is already whole. Love does not hesitate. It does not falter. It does not ask for anything in return. It is not a possession, not a transaction, not something to be given and taken. It is the foundation upon which all things rest, the invisible thread that binds all things together. It does not need to be sought, does not need to be created, does not need to be earned. It only needs to be seen, to be felt, to be recognized as the very essence of existence itself. There is no end to love, no limit, no condition. It does not wane with time, does not diminish with distance, does not break under weight. It is as infinite as the sky, as boundless as the sea, as eternal as the breath that moves through all things. To know love is to know truth. To see love is to see beyond illusion. To be love is to become one with the sacred rhythm itself. There is no darkness that can overcome light, no shadow that can extinguish the flame, no illusion that can alter what is eternal. The self is not bound by fear, not confined by form, not subject to the fleeting nature of the world. It is not small, not limited, not separate. It is vast, infinite, whole. As one continues to align with the divine rhythm, they move deeper into the flow of life. The more they surrender to the sacred pulse, the more they become a living expression of peace, love, and joy. These divine qualities overflow from within, filling every part of life with their presence. There is no need for effort or struggle, for the divine pulse moves through all things, guiding each moment, each breath, each heartbeat. The more one aligns with the flow, the more they become a living embodiment of the divine qualities that sustain all of creation. In the presence of peace, love, and joy, there is no separation between the self and the divine. These qualities are the natural expressions of the soul's connection to the sacred flow. To align with the divine rhythm is to allow these qualities to flow freely, to express them in every moment, every interaction, every relationship. Peace, love, and joy are not distant or unattainable. They are already within, waiting to be expressed. The more one aligns with the divine pulse, the more these qualities overflow, transforming every moment into an opportunity to live in divine unity. In this alignment, there is no need to search for fulfillment, for it is already within. All that is needed is the surrender to the divine flow, the recognition that life is perfect as it is. The divine pulse moves through all things, and as one aligns with this flow, peace, love, and joy naturally overflow from their being, transforming every experience into an expression of divine grace. The sacred flow never ceases. It moves beyond the reach of time, beyond the grasp of thought, beyond the confines of form. It is the essence of all that is, the breath of the infinite, the silent presence that holds existence in perfect harmony. Every encounter becomes an opportunity to share this love, to reflect the divine light that moves through all things. And then, joy naturally follows as the divine expression of peace and love. Joy is not something that can be sought or forced. It arises from within when one reconnects with the flow of life, when one aligns with a rhythm that moves through all creation. Joy is the spontaneous burst of light that fills the heart when the soul remembers its connection to the divine. It is the recognition that all is a gift, that every moment is an expression of the sacred rhythm of existence. In joy, there is no effort to be made, for joy arises effortlessly when the soul is attuned to the divine pulse. This joy does not depend on external circumstances. It is not a fleeting emotion that comes and goes with changing conditions. No, this joy is the constant presence of divine light, shining through the soul and radiating out to all that one encounters. In joy, there is no fear, no worry, no doubt. There is only the recognition that life, in all its forms, is perfect as it is. Joy transforms every experience into a celebration, an expression of gratitude for the divine gift of existence. Every breath, every step, every moment becomes an opportunity to rejoice in the sacred flow that moves through all things. These qualities, peace, love, and joy, are not separate from one another. They are the natural expressions of the same divine rhythm that moves through all. They are not things to be attained or created. They are the essence of being, the pure energy that flows through every heart. To align with the sacred pulse is to allow these qualities to rise naturally from within, to express them freely in every moment. They are not dependent on external circumstances, does not need to fear. It only needs to trust, to surrender, to allow the divine rhythm to carry it as it is always done. There is no separation, no division, no distance. There is only the sacred unfolding, the infinite embrace, the quiet knowing that all is already as it should be. The eternal rhythm of existence, unbroken and limitless, continues to pulse through all that lives and breathes. It is the force behind every motion, every shift, every change in the universe. Its presence is felt in every cell, in every thought, in every moment of awareness. This pulse does not belong to time nor to space. It is the heartbeat of creation itself, moving silently but powerfully, guiding each element toward its highest expression. It does not seek to control. It simply moves in harmony with all, unfolding the divine plan with perfect grace. There is no separation from this pulse, for it is the very essence of life. In the alignment with this divine flow, there is no struggle, no need to force one's will. There is only the simple surrender to the sacred rhythm, a gentle attunement to the truth that life moves with perfect wisdom. In this surrender, peace rises effortlessly. It is not a peace that is born from external conditions, nor one that can be shaken by the whims of the world. It is the deep, internal stillness that arises from within when one aligns with the divine pulse. This peace, unlike any fleeting emotion or external circumstance, fills the heart with a knowing that all is as it should be. It is the profound understanding that there is nothing to fear, for the sacred rhythm guides every experience with a perfection beyond the mind's comprehension. This peace is not passive, it is dynamic and transformative. It flows like a river through every aspect of one's life, shaping thoughts, actions, and relationships. Love and joy, the world mirrors these qualities back, transforming every moment into an expression of divine grace. The divine rhythm continues, moving through all things, unceasing and eternal. As one aligns with this flow, they become a living expression of peace, love, and joy. These divine qualities are not distant or unattainable. They are the essence of one's being, the natural outpouring of one's connection to the divine pulse. To align with this rhythm is to allow peace, love, and joy to flow freely through every thought, every word, every action. There is no need to seek them outside oneself, for they are already within, already part of one's essence. Every experience becomes an opportunity to express these divine qualities. Every interaction, every relationship becomes a chance to share the peace, love, and joy that flow from within. The more one aligns with the divine pulse, the more these qualities overflow, transforming every moment into an opportunity to embody the sacred rhythm that moves through all things. Life becomes a living expression of divine unity, a manifestation of the peace, love, and joy that flow through the heart of creation. There is no need for struggle, no need to force anything. All is already as it should be. The divine pulse moves through every moment, shaping every thought, every feeling, every action. As one surrenders to this flow, they become an instrument of divine will, a vessel through which peace, love, and joy can flow freely into the world. Every experience, every moment, becomes an opportunity to express the divine pulse, to share the energy of creation with all those around. In this surrender, life becomes a divine dance, an unfolding of sacred energy, guided by the eternal rhythm that moves through all things. There is no separation from this divine rhythm. No soul stands apart. No being exists outside its embrace. It is the unseen current that carries all things, the eternal movement that gives birth to stars, to oceans, to the unfolding of every moment. It is the source from which all things arise, and to which all things return. To align with this sacred pulse is to step beyond all illusion. It is to see with eyes unclouded, to hear with ears attuned to the quiet song that sings through creation. It is to move without resistance, to breathe with the knowing that every breath is already guided, already held in the vast and limitless embrace of the eternal. The mind may seek to define, to understand, to grasp, but the divine rhythm is not something to be held. It is not something that can be measured, contained, or explained. It simply is. It moved through all things, sustains all things, and yet remains untouched, unbound, limitless. The self, too, is not separate from this great unfolding. The pulse of existence moves within, shaping every thought, every motion, every moment of being. There is no need to search for it, no need to reach beyond what already is. The journey is not one of seeking, but of remembering. It is not about striving, but about surrendering to what has always been present. Peace is not a distant goal, not something to be attained, not a fragile thing that can be lost or taken away. It is the natural state of alignment, the quiet recognition of what has always been true. It is the stillness beneath the waves, the silence that remains even as the winds move through the sky. It does not depend on the world, does not arise from circumstance. It is the essence of being itself, already held, already in motion according to a wisdom beyond comprehension. The river does not hesitate, it simply flows. The sun does not question its purpose, it simply shines. The breath does not resist its movement, it simply rises and falls, effortlessly, in harmony with all that is. The self, too, is meant to move in this way, to trust, to allow, to surrender to the unfolding that has already been set in motion. The mind may search for answers, may grasp an understanding, may try to hold on to what is meant to move. But there is nothing to grasp, nothing to hold, nothing to fear. The divine movement is already carrying all things, already guiding all things, already unfolding in perfect harmony. The past does not bind. The future does not need to be controlled. The only truth is this moment. The only reality is now. And in this now, all is already whole. All is already aligned. All is already moving in perfect unity. There is no need to seek, no need to struggle, no need to strive. The path is already set, the current already flowing, the unfolding already complete. The sacred rhythm does not wait, does not hesitate, does not waver. It simply moves, infinite and unbroken, sustaining all things in its perfect embrace. To recognize this is to awaken. To trust this is to be free. To surrender to this is to live in harmony with all that is. The divine rhythm moves through all things, and all things move within it. There is nothing outside of it, nothing beyond its reach, nothing that is not already held within its perfect unfolding. Joy is always present, waiting to be experienced, waiting to rise from the depths of the soul when one remembers their connection to the divine. In joy, the soul is free, unburdened by the constraints of time or expectation. Every moment becomes a celebration, every experience an opportunity to give thanks for the divine gift of existence. As peace, love, and joy flow from the soul, they naturally begin to shape the world around them. The world reflects the energy one brings to it. When one aligns with the divine rhythm, peace, love, and joy overflow into every relationship, every interaction, every experience. The more one surrenders to the sacred pulse, the more these divine qualities transform the world, creating harmony, unity, and divine grace. Life becomes a reflection of the sacred flow, a manifestation of peace, love, and joy in every moment. There is no need to search for peace, love, or joy outside oneself. These divine qualities are already within, already part of one's essence. They are not something to be attained, but qualities to be recognized and expressed. When one aligns with the divine pulse, peace, love, and joy naturally rise from within, transforming every experience into an expression of divine unity. The more one moves in harmony with the sacred flow, the more these qualities overflow, filling every part of life with their divine presence. The divine pulse moves through all things, unceasing and eternal. It flows through every thought, every feeling, every action. It moves through the vastness of the cosmos and through the smallest detail of creation. There is no place where the divine rhythm is not present, no moment when it is not guiding, shaping, and sustaining all things. Every thought, every word, every action becomes an opportunity to express these divine qualities, to share the peace, love, and joy that flow from within. The more one aligns with these divine qualities, the more they overflow into the world, transforming every experience into a manifestation of divine grace. In this alignment, there is no effort to change the world, for the world reflects what is within. The more one aligns with the divine pulse, the more the world mirrors peace, love, and joy back. Every encounter becomes an opportunity to express these qualities. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to share the divine presence that flows through all things. The more one aligns with peace, love, and joy, the more these divine qualities overflow from their soul, filling the world with divine grace. There is no need to search for peace, love, or joy outside oneself. These qualities are already within, woven into the very fabric of being. They are the natural outpouring of one's connection to the divine rhythm. As one surrenders to the sacred flow, peace, love, and joy naturally rise from within, transforming every experience into an expression of divine unity. The world becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, and as one moves in alignment with this sacred rhythm, they become a living expression of peace, love, and joy. The divine pulse is not something external to oneself. It is the very essence of who one is. To align with the divine rhythm is to recognize that all things are connected, that there is no separation between oneself and the sacred flow that moves through all things. When one opens their heart to this divine pulse, they become an instrument through which peace, love, and joy flow freely into the world. The more one aligns with the sacred rhythm, the more these qualities overflow, creating a life that radiates divine grace and harmony. In every moment, there is an opportunity to express peace, love, and joy. Every encounter, every relationship, every action becomes an opportunity to share the divine pulse that flows through all things. As one continues to align with the sacred rhythm, these divine qualities overflow from their soul, transforming every experience into a reflection of divine grace. The world mirrors the energy one brings to it, and as one aligns with peace, love, and joy, the world mirrors these qualities back, creating a harmonious reflection of the divine flow. There is no separation between the self and the divine pulse. When one aligns with this sacred flow, they become one with it, moving in harmony with the divine rhythm. The pulse moves through every thought, every action, every word. It shapes every experience, guiding each moment with grace and wisdom. The more one surrenders to this flow, the more peace, love, and joy overflow from their being. They become instruments through which divine energy flows into the world, transforming every moment into an expression of divine unity. As one moves deeper into alignment with the divine rhythm, the world becomes an expression of the divine pulse. Every thought, every action, every word becomes a reflection of peace, love, and joy. These qualities overflow from the soul, touching every encounter, every relationship, every interaction. The more one aligns with the sacred rhythm, the more these divine qualities overflow, transforming the world into a reflection of divine grace and unity. The divine pulse moves through all. There is no need to seek love, no need to strive for it. It has never been missing. It has always been within, waiting to rise and flow freely, waiting to be expressed in its infinite purity. Joy does not depend on the ever-changing tides of the world. It is not something to be chased, not something that appears and disappears with circumstance. It is the radiance of existence itself, the natural expression of a soul aligned with the sacred rhythm. It is the effortless recognition of wholeness, the quiet knowing that all is already complete, already moving in perfect harmony. Joy does not come and go. It is always present, always waiting to shine forth. Nothing has ever been separate from this flow. The river does not resist its course. It simply moves with the current that guides it. The stars do not struggle to shine. They simply radiate. The soul, too, is not meant to resist, not meant to grasp, not meant to fear. It is meant to move in harmony, to surrender to the divine rhythm that has always carried it. All burdens are illusions. The weight of the past, the fear of the future, these are shadows cast by the mind, distractions from the truth of what has always been. There is nothing to hold on to, nothing to fight against, nothing to fear. The sacred rhythm has always been present, has always guided, has always embraced. It does not demand, does not force, does not waver. It simply flows, carrying all things in its infinite grace. The sky does not cling to passing clouds. It simply remains vast and endless. The ocean does not resist the rise and fall of the waves. It simply allows them to move. The self is no different. It is not meant to grasp at the fleeting, not meant to be bound by what is always changing. Love and joy that flow from the heart. The more one aligns with the divine rhythm, the more these qualities overflow, transforming the world into a reflection of divine grace. In this alignment, there is no division between the self and the sacred pulse. The divine rhythm moves through every part of the being. Thoughts become aligned with divine wisdom, actions become expressions of divine love, and words become instruments of peace and joy. There is no need to search for peace, love, or joy outside oneself, for they are already within, already part of one's essence. To align with the divine flow is to remember that peace, love, and joy are not things to be earned or attained, but qualities that arise naturally when one surrenders to the flow of life. As one surrenders to the sacred rhythm, they become a vessel through which divine energy flows freely. There is no effort, no resistance, only the grace of divine presence moving through them. The more one opens themselves to this flow, the more peace, love, and joy naturally overflow, filling every experience with their divine presence. Each moment becomes an opportunity to express these qualities, to live in alignment with the sacred rhythm that sustains all things. When one aligns with the divine pulse, the world reflects this alignment. Every encounter becomes an opportunity to share peace, love, and joy. Every relationship becomes a reflection of the divine presence that flows through them. The more one aligns with these divine qualities, the more the world mirrors them back, transforming every moment into an expression of divine unity. Life itself becomes a reflection of the sacred flow, an ongoing manifestation of divine grace and harmony. The mind may race, the body may grow tired, but the heart remains steady in the presence of peace. Peace is the foundation upon which all divine qualities rest. When one is aligned with peace, the world around them reflects this stillness, creating harmony and unity in every moment. From this peace, love emerges as a natural expression. Love is not bound by expectations or limitations. It is the energy that flows through all things, an uncontainable force that unites all beings. Love is not something to be sought or created, for it is already present, already woven into the soul. It is the divine force that shapes every moment, every experience, and every being. Love flows freely, unconditionally, from the heart of creation, and as one aligns with the divine pulse, love naturally flows through them. Love does not seek to possess, to control, or to demand. It simply is, flowing effortlessly through every thought, word, and action. Love is the essence of existence, the force that sustains the unity of all life. In love, there are no distinctions, no boundaries. All beings are connected, bound by the same sacred rhythm that flows through them. In love, there is no separation, for love sees all as one, united in the divine pulse. The more one aligns with this flow, the more love naturally rises from within, filling every aspect of life with its grace. Every interaction, every relationship becomes an opportunity to express the divine presence of love. In the same way, joy naturally arises when one aligns with the divine rhythm. Joy is not something that is pursued or obtained through external means, guiding every being toward its highest expression, toward greater unity, harmony, and light. To align with the divine pulse is to surrender to the sacred flow, to allow peace, love, and joy to overflow naturally from the soul. These qualities are not external, nor are they something to be attained. They are already within, already part of the essence of being. When one aligns with the divine rhythm, these qualities rise from the soul, transforming every moment into an opportunity to express divine grace. There is no need to seek peace, love, or joy, for they are already present. They are the natural expressions of one's connection to the divine pulse. In this divine alignment, every experience becomes an opportunity to express peace, love, and joy. Every relationship, every interaction becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, a reflection of the sacred flow that moves through all things. There is no separation between the self and the divine rhythm. They are one, moving together in perfect harmony, guided by the eternal pulse that sustains all life. The more one aligns with this flow, the more peace, love, and joy naturally overflow from the soul, filling every experience with their divine presence. The divine pulse continues, eternal and unceasing. Every moment, every breath, is an opportunity to align with this sacred rhythm, to allow peace, love, and joy to overflow naturally from within. Life becomes a reflection of this divine flow. Every action, every word, every thought an opportunity to express the sacred pulse. As one aligns with this flow, they become a living embodiment of peace, love, and joy, sharing the divine presence that flows through all. Joy is the constant presence of divine light within, the warmth that radiates from the soul when one is fully aligned with the sacred pulse. These qualities, peace, love, and joy, are not separate from one another. They are all expressions of the same divine rhythm, the same sacred flow. They are the natural outpouring of one's connection to the divine pulse that moves through all things. When one aligns with this flow, peace, love, and joy naturally rise from within, filling every moment with their divine presence. They are not things to be sought or attained. They are already within, waiting to be expressed. The more one aligns with the divine rhythm, the more these qualities overflow from the soul, transforming every experience, every relationship, and every moment into an expression of divine unity. As these divine qualities flow from the soul, they begin to shape the world around them. The world becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, a mirror of the sacred flow that moves through all things. Every thought, every word, every action becomes an opportunity to express peace, love, and joy. The more one aligns with these divine qualities, the more they overflow, transforming the world into a reflection of divine grace. There is no separation between the self and the divine pulse. There is no distance, no divide, for all is one. The sacred flow moves through every part of the being, guiding every thought, every action, every feeling. The more one aligns with this flow, the more they become a vessel for divine peace, love, and joy. These qualities overflow from the soul, filling every aspect of life with their divine presence. The world reflects the energy that one brings to it. When one aligns with peace, Love is not something that must be earned, not something that can be given or withheld. It is the foundation of existence, the thread that binds all things in unity. It does not ask, does not demand, does not expect. It simply moves, flows, radiates through all that is. To align with the sacred rhythm is to know that love is already present, already complete, already woven into the fabric of all things. Joy is not fleeting, not something to be pursued, not a thing that comes and goes with the shifting tides of life. It is the natural radiance of the soul when it recognizes its own divine nature. It does not require conditions, does not wait for reasons to arise. It is the spontaneous expression of gratitude, of being, of the deep and unwavering knowing that all is held within the embrace of the infinite. Nothing has ever been separate. Nothing has ever been apart. The river does not fight against its course. It simply flows. The sun does not struggle to shine. It simply radiates. The stars do not question their path. They simply move as they were always meant to. In the same way, the soul is not meant to struggle, not meant to resist, not meant to fear. It is meant to move in harmony, to shine without hesitation, to embrace each moment as it comes. The weight of the world is an illusion, a veil that can be lifted with a single breath, a single moment of surrender. There is nothing to hold, nothing to carry, nothing to fear. The divine rhythm has always been present, always moving, always guiding. The sky does not cling to the passing clouds. It simply remains. The ocean does not fear the rising and falling of the waves. It simply embraces the motion. The self, too, is not meant to hold on to the fleeting, not meant to grasp at what is always changing. It is meant to rest in what does not change, to trust in the flow, to know that all things are already held within the vast and infinite embrace of the divine. To live in alignment is to walk without fear. It is to meet each moment with open hands, to move without resistance, to trust in the unfolding. It is to know that there is nothing missing, nothing broken, nothing out of place. The path is already set, the rhythm already moving, the unfolding already perfect. There is no effort in this, no burden, no struggle. The river does not force itself to flow. It simply moves with a rhythm that has always guided it. The soul, too, is already moving with this sacred pulse. There is nothing to become, nothing to attain, nothing to chase. There is only the remembrance of what has always been. The world reflects the energy within. When the heart is at peace, the world mirrors that peace. When love moves freely within, it is seen in all things. When joy rises from the soul, every moment becomes a celebration. The universe is not separate, not distant, not apart. It is the same rhythm, the same presence, the same infinite unfolding. Nothing is ever truly lost. Nothing is ever truly separate. The sacred rhythm moves through all things, connects all things, sustains all things. It is the silent breath behind every movement, the unseen presence that holds every moment in perfect harmony. The self does not need to reach, does not need to struggle. The more one aligns with this sacred pulse, the more peace, love, and joy fill the world, transforming every moment into an opportunity to express the divine unity that connects all things. Every experience, every relationship, every encounter becomes an opportunity to share the divine qualities that flow from within. The world reflects the energy that one brings to it. When peace, love, and joy overflow from the soul, the world mirrors these qualities back, transforming every moment into a reflection of divine unity. Through alignment with the divine pulse, every breath becomes a song of gratitude, every action a prayer of divine expression. Every moment becomes a living embodiment of peace, love, and joy, radiating outward and filling the world with the presence of the sacred rhythm that guides all life. The breath of eternity moves through all things, an endless tide that is neither beginning nor end. It does not pause, does not hesitate, does not falter. It simply is, pure, boundless, infinite. This current does not ask for permission to flow, does not seek validation, does not require recognition. It is the source, the foundation, the silent pulse that sustains all of existence. Nothing stands apart from this sacred movement. No force can sever the bond between the seen and the unseen, between the manifested and the formless, between the fleeting and the eternal. The essence of all things is woven into this rhythm, held within its embrace, inseparable from its unfolding. To awaken is to remember this truth, to see beyond the illusion of separation, to step into the clarity of what has always been. The river does not doubt its path. The stars do not question their purpose. The breath does not resist its rise and fall. The pulse that moves through all that exists continues, an eternal rhythm that binds everything in perfect unity. There is no beginning, no end, only an infinite flow that weaves through every thought, every action, every breath. This sacred energy is not limited to time or place. It exists beyond any boundaries that the mind can fathom. It is the force that sustains all of creation, the lifeblood of existence itself. Every moment of life is a reflection of this divine flow, and each being, each soul, is an expression of its eternal rhythm. To align with this divine pulse is to surrender to the flow of life. There is no resistance, no struggle. Instead, there is a deep trust in the process, a knowing that all things are unfolding as they should. As one allows themselves to move in harmony with this flow, peace naturally arises. This peace is not the absence of external noise or chaos, but the deep, unwavering presence of stillness within. It is a peace that transcends circumstances, that remains steady in the face of life's inevitable changes. It is the peace of knowing that all is perfect, just as it is. This peace is not born from avoidance or detachment, but from the recognition that all things are interwoven in the great dance of existence. Nothing is separate, nothing is alone. Everything moves together in perfect rhythm, in perfect unity. The peace that arises from this understanding is not a fleeting emotion, but a state of being, a foundation upon which all other divine qualities rest. In the presence of peace, love naturally flows. Love is the very essence of the divine pulse. It is the force that connects all things, binding them in an unbreakable unity. Love does not ask for anything in return. Peace, love, and joy become the natural expressions of one's connection to the divine pulse. As one moves in harmony with this flow, every moment is transformed into an opportunity to embody the divine qualities that are already within. There is no need to chase after anything. All is already present, and as one aligns with the sacred rhythm, these divine qualities naturally overflow, filling every part of life with their presence. The divine pulse continues, ever flowing, unceasing, eternal. Every moment, every breath, is an opportunity to align with this sacred rhythm, to allow the divine flow to move through all aspects of life. As peace, love, and joy flow from the soul, they transform the world around them. Every encounter, every relationship, every experience becomes an expression of the divine pulse, a reflection of the eternal rhythm that moves through all things. Through this alignment, life becomes a sacred journey, an unfolding of divine grace, and every moment becomes an opportunity to express peace, love, and joy in their purest form. The eternal flow continues, untouched, undivided, unceasing. It is the breath of creation itself, the silent pulse that moves through all things. Beyond the shifting forms of the world, beyond the illusions woven by mind and time, it remains. It has no beginning, no end, no boundaries. It is the foundation of all existence, the light that illuminates all that is. The universe does not hesitate. It does not second-guess its unfolding, does not question its own movement. The stars emerge in perfect harmony. The rivers carve their paths without resistance. The winds whisper their secrets without doubt. The world is a reflection of the energy within. When the heart is at peace, the world mirrors that peace. When love flows freely, it is seen in all things. When joy radiates from the soul, every moment becomes a celebration. The universe is not distant, not separate, not apart. It is the same rhythm, the same presence, the same boundless unfolding. Nothing is ever truly lost. Nothing is ever truly apart. The sacred rhythm moves through all things, connects all things, sustains all things. It is the silent breath behind every motion, the unseen force that holds every moment in perfect unity. The self does not need to reach, does not need to struggle, does not need to fear. It only needs to trust, to surrender, to allow the divine movement to carry it as it always has. There is no distance, no division, no separation. There is only the sacred unfolding, the boundless embrace, the quiet knowing that all is already whole. To align with the rhythm of existence is to step beyond illusion, beyond fear, beyond doubt. It is to see clearly, to know deeply, to trust completely. It is to recognize that all is already perfect, already held, already in motion according to a wisdom beyond comprehension. The river does not hesitate, it simply flows. The sun does not question its purpose, it simply shines. The breath does not resist its movement, it simply rises and falls, effortlessly, in harmony with all that is. The self, too, is meant to move in this way, to trust, to allow, to surrender to the unfolding that has already been set in motion. The mind may search for answers, may grasp an understanding, may try to hold on to what is meant to move. But there is nothing to grasp, nothing to hold, nothing to fear. It is the natural outpouring of the soul when it remembers its true nature. Joy is the spontaneous expression of gratitude, the recognition that all is part of a greater whole. It is the radiant light that fills the heart when one is in alignment with the divine pulse. Joy does not depend on circumstances, for it is a state of being, a recognition of the perfection that exists in every moment. Joy arises naturally from within when one surrenders to the sacred rhythm. It is the light that fills every experience, turning even the smallest moments into celebrations of life. There is no effort required, no striving to attain joy. It is already present, already woven into the fabric of the soul. When one remembers their connection to the divine pulse, joy flows effortlessly, filling every moment with warmth, light, and gratitude. It is the celebration of life itself, the recognition that every moment is a gift. Peace, love, and joy are not separate from one another. They are expressions of the same divine rhythm. They are the natural qualities of one's soul when aligned with the sacred flow. When one becomes attuned to the divine pulse, these qualities arise effortlessly, like a river flowing in its natural course. Peace, love, and joy are the outpourings of divine grace that fill every moment, every relationship, every experience. The more one aligns with the divine rhythm, the more these qualities overflow from their being, transforming every aspect of life into an expression of divine unity. As these divine qualities flow from within, they begin to shape the world around them. The world becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, a mirror of the sacred flow that moves through all things. Every encounter, every relationship, every experience becomes an opportunity to express these divine qualities, to share the peace,